Well, hello, I'm Julie Jones, Planning Manager for the City of Fridley. Welcome to another edition of the Community Development Journal. We haven't brought you a new show for a while. Things have been rather busy in the Community Development Department. One of the major things that's been consuming our time is dealing with some staff changes in the department. You may or may not be aware that we had our longtime building official, Ron Jokowski, retire recently. And so we have a new building official in the building division, and that's Tony DeForge. So we're happy to have Tony on board. Then we also had another retirement in the planning division, and that was of Deb Bjorn, who was our administrative assistant who worked on code enforcement and rental licensing. And Deb was with us for about 11 years and now has retired and is moving on. And so we're in the middle of replacing that position in the department. Then we have a temporary summer staff person helping us out in the planning division as well, and that's Natasha Lucas. Natasha's primarily working on code enforcement, but is also helping us with some other duties in the planning division. So those are some new faces that we have with us currently, and we'll probably have another new face soon too, as with our other staff changes happening in planning. Well, in this episode, we want to feature a couple of businesses in the community that our Housing and Redevelopment Authority staff person has been working on business retention visits and recently met with a couple of businesses that are longtime businesses in Fridley. One of them, Kurt Manufacturing, that has two facilities in Fridley, both on Main Street and on Highway 65, and then Tried and True Tools is another business that she met with. So stay tuned to learn more about those businesses and other development projects that are happening in Fridley.
Hi, I'm Julie Bieberg with the Community Development Journal's Codes to Know. Many people do not realize that the City of Fridley restricts garage sales. There are basically 4 rules regarding garage sales that are easy to remember if you just remember the number 3. Your garage sale cannot last longer than 3 days. You cannot have more than 3 garage sales in a 12-month time period. Garage sale signs cannot exceed 3 square feet in size. Garage sale signs must be removed within 3 days of your sale. If you'd like more information regarding city codes, please contact me at 763-572-3592.
Today we are with Kelly Watson, the VP of HR here at Kurt Manufacturing. She's going to tell us a little bit today about what's going on here at Kurt. Kurt Manufacturing has been around for a long time. They're a great Fridley business, so we kind of want to show them off today and get to know them a little better. So Kelly, first off, we just want to learn some more information about how Kurt started, how it came into Fridley, and why you are standing here today.
Kurt Manufacturing's been around for a long time. We've been in business since 1946. We were started by Kurt Cuban, that's why we're called Kurt Manufacturing, and he ran the business for many, many years. Started in Minneapolis and then turned the business over to his son Bill Cuban. And Bill worked and led the company through his early 80s actually, until he transitioned the business to the employees in 2011. We have 100% of the shares of Kurt Manufacturing owned by the employees now, so we're a proud employee-owned business here in Fridley. We have 500 employees actually, and we're located in 3 states. We have 3 facilities here in Minneapolis or in the Twin Cities. 2 are in Fridley. One's on Central, one's on University, here where we're located today. We have a facility in Coon Rapids, 1 in Nebraska, and 1 in Colorado. So we're pretty diverse, lots of different operations, 5 different divisions, non-union company, non-union manufacturing company.
Wow, so Kurt Manufacturing is really widespread across not just Minnesota, but across the Midwest. Tell us what that's like as a company to be able to grow and start from just one founder and see where it's gone today. What is that feeling around with the employees? Does it kind of create like a small business feeling where everyone still feels like they have an impact?
Kurt is a unique business because while we are larger and we have a lot of facilities, we also run like a small business. Each of our facilities is independently run by its own division management. It has its own financial accounting, and so I often say that our locations are like small communities or even a small church where they all have their own culture and their own work that they do and their own customers. So we're pretty independent that way.
So right now we have some parts out in front of us, and I kind of want to learn a little bit more about those divisions, and maybe these parts will kind of show us a little bit of that background when you're talking about it.
Sure. Kurt is unique because half of our business is subcontract manufacturing, where we have unique business partners where we sell component parts to them and services to them, and the other half of our sales is comprised of actual proprietary products that we sell. So we have customers in the defense industry, in the aerospace industry, in the oil field, and then we also have customers on the other side that buy our proprietary products in things like hydraulic hose and couplings and work holding vices and, of all things, kinetic bicycle trainers. So here are just a very small sampling of products that we've made and parts that we've produced. We don't make these cans, but we make electronic gauges that automatically scan these cans as they're going through the production line. So there are many, many, many of these going through every minute, even every second, and we are measuring them to be exactly correct, and if they're not meeting requirements, they get kicked out during the production process. This is an aerospace part. You can see here there's a gear on the end. We make those. This is an example of hydraulic hose, and we have couplings on the end that we manufacture the metal parts for. This is an example of a defense contract that Kurt has. Another part here for a paint sprayer. This is a component that's used for chainsaws, and this is an example of oil field work that we have here at Kurt. So just a wide variety of parts for a lot of different industries.
So you said Kurt Manufacturing has 3 locations here in Minnesota, 2 of which are in Fridley. So how long have they been here in Fridley? How long has Kurt been here in Fridley? I know there's 2 locations, so probably a couple different years in between them. But how long have you been here in Fridley?
Kurt has been at the Main Street location where we are today since the mid-60s. We actually built this facility and over the years have added on bay after bay after bay to expand to meet the capacity needs of this facility. So for a long time, in fact, we were here at this location before the houses across the street were here.
Wow.
And the location off of Central was actually purchased from another business, and then we've added to that as well.
Wow, that's great to hear. So you said you've been here in Fridley for a while. Are the plans to stay in Fridley?
Absolutely. Fridley is a great location for us. Our employees are located in the northwestern quadrant of the Twin Cities, so it's easy for them to get here. We're right off of 694, and it's a great environment here at Fridley because we work well with the community. We've enjoyed getting to know people like you here with the city of Fridley and look forward to doing more of that in the future.
That's great to hear. So is there anything else you want to tell viewers or people of Fridley about Kurt Manufacturing that we haven't really told them about yet?
I think one of the big things we'd like to share is just that we are an employee-owned company, and because we are 100% employee-owned, when Kurt makes money, our employees make money. So our goal here at Kurt is not only to supply our customers with excellent products, meet their expectations and beyond expectations, it's also to grow the value of our ESOP shares so that our employees' value in their retirement accounts will grow. So as time goes on, they'll accumulate more shares each year. Employees get shares every year when they meet their service requirements, and the value of those shares will continue to grow. And so it's a success, it's a win-win for Kurt, our customers, and our employees. And it's a great way to transition a family-owned business into the employees' hands and keep the management team the same and keep the employees in a stable, productive environment.
Thank you, Kelly, for being here today. This is so great to learn more about Kurt Manufacturing, and it's great to work with you guys so closely. And we'll look forward to a future with your business and having you in our community.
And it's been really fun to have you here to tell about our story. We've been part of the Fridley community for just a very long time. And so to get the word out about Kurt, what we do, and the fact that we're employee owned is exciting for us. And thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Well, we've been keeping our new building official busy in Fridley with all of the new projects coming in right now for permit review. One of them that you're seeing movement on right now is the new Woodspring Suites Hotel site. This is proposed to be the building of a 123-unit extended stay hotel called Woodspring Suites, and is starting construction already. One of the features related to this whole master plan complex, it involves Cub Foods and Duluth Trading and the new McDonald's and other buildings here just being opened now on 57th Avenue. And part of this master plan is to actually have a pedestrian access to Main Street. There will not be a drive access for the new hotel off of Main Street, but we are working to get a pedestrian access because right to the side of me here, across Main Street to the south, over the freeway, is proposed to be the site of a new pedestrian bridge on the west side of Main Street in front of Home Depot and going across all the way south to the bridge that goes over the rail switching yard at 44th Street. So we are hoping to make a pedestrian connection to this site as well, so that people that live on the other side or will have the freedom to commute back and forth via bike or walking to the site if you're working here or visiting the site. Also on the Fridley Market campus, we're seeing now opening of the new shops on 57th Avenue, which I understand the Great Clips is now open already. The Caribou Coffee Combination Einstein Bagel Shop is soon to open, as well as Pancheros, which is a Mexican fast food restaurant. So those stores are just being finished up and ready to open for business. Also going on in the city, we have all of the Fridley school buildings have some project or another going on. That's consuming a lot of the building inspector's time as well, keeping up with the inspections on those projects. And some of that included with the middle school is the Safe Routes to Schools project that was funded some time ago that's just getting underway. We also have the second building in phase 1 of the Northern Stacks development on East River Road, south of 694. That big Northern Stacks development project has a new building that's being built right now. And there'll of course be more buildings being built in that in the future. And we're just in the midst of reviewing the building plans for the second building of the Cielo Apartments project on University Avenue. So that will be starting construction soon as well. Keep in mind there's a third building that will happen as well on that site once the second building is close to being fully leased. So that project's been going well for them. So a lot going on. We're not short of things to do in the permit review business in Fridley right now.
Hi, I'm Julie Bieberg with the Community Development Journal's Codes to Know. If your child leaves their bike in the front yard for a day because they forgot to put it away, that is not considered storage. Or if you have lawn furniture in your yard that you occasionally use, the city would not consider that storage. But if that bike sits out in the yard for months without being used or broken, and lawn furniture sits in the yard for years unused, the city would consider that storage. And code does not allow the storage of materials outside of a building. In addition to the exception for toys and lawn furniture that are in use, the city code does have a few other exceptions. You are allowed to store non-motorized vehicles like a boat or a trailer or a pop-up camper on your lawn, provided they are placed in your side or rear yard. The only other exterior storage exception in code is for neatly stacked firewood in the side or rear yard. If you'd like more information regarding city codes, please contact me at 763-572-3592.
Hi, today we're here at Tried and True Tools with Paul Williams. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Jaquel.
It's great to hear a business that's been here since 1989. How did Tried and True Tools start?
Well, Jaquel, I had my own business as a freelance industrial designer. I ran my own shop and made models for my clients. And I needed tools, and I found that trying to buy used tools at that time was very frustrating because the only way of finding things was the old classified ads. And I thought there had to be a better way to do this, and if I had the problem, there must be a lot of other people that have the same problem, not only buying used tools, but selling them.
So that's great to hear, just a great story of how you found this through your own problem. So how did you start? I hear it was in a different location, but it was still in Fridley. How did you just run into a business and buy it out and start your own place, or did you start in your garage? How did it start?
I wish it was as easy as finding a business and buying it, but no, we started from scratch, and we did a lot of looking at the time to see if anybody else was doing this. And the only thing we could find was clothing consignment stores, or Play It Again Sports was just starting at that time also, and I thought they had a pretty good idea. We started in an industrial building in an industrial park just a few blocks from where we are now. But it was a little hard for people to find, and we stayed there. We eventually outgrew the space. We had 5,700 square feet back then. We now have almost 20,000 square feet.
Well, that's incredible to see such a large business come from something just out of an idea. I understand there's a variety of tools looking around here. Tell people what they wouldn't really know they could find here that you have right in store almost every day.
Primarily, we serve the industrial customer or the professional user, people that use tools to make their living with. But we welcome all kinds. The hobbyists are welcome here also, and we do sell a lot of things that a lot of people really enjoy using in their home shops. Some of the categories of things that we sell are basically tools that would be used in a shop. So we'll sell professional mechanics tools. We sell tools that woodworkers use, some of the machinery that you can see in the background. We also sell machinist tools, both new and some very antique tools. This, for instance, is an old wooden chest used by a machinist who had his career in the 40s and 50s. It's in pretty nice shape, and they're something that people look for, but we sell both modern tools and occasionally some real antiques. Tools like this were brought in from an estate. And when their dad passes away, they don't know what to do with them. They don't know what they're worth. The worst thing that we hear is, we had a garage sale and we sold the wooden tool chest. We got $50. Oh, that was a mistake. It's not quite like the Antiques Roadshow, but for instance, this is a modern test indicator that we have in our store for about half the cost of new, and it's in like new condition. This is $140 by itself. This is an antique version of the same tool, about 100 years old. It's not something you'll find very often. And we have some of the latest tools. Digital micrometers occasionally come in, and of course the old style dial calipers. These are tools that machinists use every day in their work, and a lot of guys like to have around their home shop. Primarily, though, we do concentrate on tools that are used in a shop as opposed to things that are used out on a job site. So we don't do backhoes or loaders. We don't do garden tools or lawnmowers, things like that. It's mostly the professional type tools that you would have in a cabinet shop, for instance, or a machine shop, or an automotive repair shop.
All right, Paul, so you told us about your tools, but who are your customers that come here every day and the people that sell the stuff in here?
We sell tools to machinists, automotive repair technicians, cabinet shop owners and workers, but we also sell to a lot of the guys that do hobby. There are guys that work on antique cars, there are guys that come in from the airport that build airplanes or service airplanes. But the variety and the variety of things that our customers do is sometimes absolutely amazing.
Wow, that's incredible.
Jaquel, the people that buy tools are one part of our business, but a big part of our business, because we sell secondhand tools as well as new, are the people that are selling tools. And these can again be the professional users who maybe don't need a tool anymore, or have replaced it with something different. Or a lot of times it's estates. Grandpa died, and boy, he was a machinist back in the day, and they might have a gem just like this in the basement that they don't know what it's worth and they don't know what to do with it. So for those people, they can bring their tools in, and we can either buy them, or we do a consignment program too. We have a minimum selling price on tools, so we don't consign the little bitty stuff. But we go to a great deal of trouble to make sure that both our buyers and our sellers here get a fair and honest deal every time.
Wow. It's really great to hear about a business that really cares about the people they serve and the people that buy from. So keep it up. It's great to have a business like you in Fridley. Going off of that, what made you choose Fridley? I know you started in Fridley and then you moved to this location that was the actual first Cub Foods in the whole metro area.
Yes.
But what made you stay in Fridley?
When we first started this business, we did a great deal of market research, and we looked at what areas of the Twin Cities would work well, both from a demographic, people in the area that are professional tool users, an area that had a customer base existing, and we found Fridley had many manufacturing businesses, machine shops, the kind of core base that we were looking for in a user. But we also found that Fridley had great access. It's a place that's easy to get to from anywhere, best freeway access around. And Fridley is a very business-friendly community. The people in City Hall have been great anytime we've had to have a question answered or something come up where we need their assistance. So we found Fridley has been just an outstanding place to have our business. When it came time to move from our original location, that was a key consideration in staying here in Fridley.
That's great to hear. So why don't you tell the community how they can come in today and buy some tools, maybe the hours, and I really thank you for taking your time out of your day to tell the community about your business. It's just such a great business concept to have here in Fridley for almost 30 years now.
Well, Jaquel, we found that being here in Fridley, we're just 2.5 miles north of 694. People can make it here from the metro area anywhere, even down far south as Lakeville, in less than an hour. And our customers do come from as far away as Wisconsin, the Dakotas, Iowa. We even have people drive in further away from that for something that they really want. We can be reached on telephone. Our phone is 763-574-0407. And we're just 2.5 miles north of 694 on University Avenue, same as State Highway 47, at the southwest corner of Osborne and University. If they'll call, we have hours and directions on our automated telephone system, so they don't even have to worry about us being here to get those directions. Our hours are a little weird. We're kind of a different business. We're not like a full-blown big box retailer. And one of the reasons that our hours are different is because the people that work here are all experts. They're very skilled people. They know what they're talking about. They've been in the trades or been working with tools pretty much all their lives. So if people come here, they get expert help. But along with that expert help, these people only want to work a full 40 hours a week, and after that they want to go home. So the way we do it is we're closed on Sundays and Mondays. That way we can be here Saturday. Now recently we've had to make a change. We're closed to the public on Wednesdays except by appointment. And we've done that because we've had so many used tools come in, we can't keep up with getting them all processed and through. We actually do a great deal of research and looking up to make sure that we're pricing tools fairly. We don't just guess at prices and throw them off the top of our head. And that all takes a little bit of time.
Well, thank you, Paul. I would love the community to come visit you and your wife, Yvonne, and love to see some more traffic go through here. It's great to see you doing so well. So thanks for your time today.
Hi, I'm Julie Bieberg with the Community Development Journal's Codes to Know. Many code enforcement complaints the city receives each year relate to home occupations that are impacting the residential character of a neighborhood. This could be the result of someone continuously repairing cars on their property or someone running a delivery service from their home. The city actually has 18 requirements in the residential zoning code restricting the type of home business that someone may operate from your home as an effort to prevent neighbors from being impacted by home business. Basically, a home business must occur in the home. It cannot occur in the garage or any other shed or outside the buildings. In addition, the home business activity cannot generate an excessive amount of traffic or parking that impacts the residential nature of the property. Before you start a home business, we recommend that you study the city zoning code to make sure you can meet all 18 requirements in the code before you make the decision to start your home business. If you'd like more information regarding city codes, please contact me at 763-572-3592.
Well, another thing that we're busy working on now in the Community Development Department is updating our comprehensive plan. That's something that the city does every 10 years. We're required to by state statute. And so right now we're embarking on updating the city's comprehensive plan for the year 2040. So this will be our plan going out that many years. And one of the things that's very important in us updating our comprehensive plan is to get public input from folks. And so we are planning to have some public meetings out in the community rather than having meetings at City Hall. We're looking at ways that we can have meetings outside, outdoors, in city parks, right in your neighborhood. So be watching for notices on the city website or in the city newsletter for those upcoming meetings so that you don't miss that opportunity to give us input on what you think Fridley should look like in the future and what we can do to improve things like transportation and housing that the city permits and those sort of things in the community. And also be watching for new development happening at the Cielo apartment project here, as well as other things we will do our best in this program to keep you updated on. So thank you for taking an interest in development in Fridley, and watch for future programs. Thank you for watching.
This has been a production of Fridley Municipal Television, Channel 17.